prefer to be a writer or a 12th century English born?
They had no penicillin in the 12th century. Always be careful from what... No, I don't want to be a 12th century warrior. I mean, I'd be dead within a couple of weeks. No, it's much... Have you noticed something else? Is that I mean, in all these... I was talking about the Saxon poetry. I mean, things like the Battle of Finnsburg and the Battle of Malden. Everybody dies except for the guy who wrote it. So, you know, you've got a choice. Be the writer, be the poet, because he's the one who lives. And he gets to write down, you know, who's good and who's bad, who's been nice and who's been naughty. So, no, I'll stay a writer. It's safer.
Good night, Mr. Cornwell. My question is a historical question. Usually in movies we see battles between like crazy people running to themselves, each other, throwing themselves at each other. And in your books you have the Wall of Shields, which was like a big change of the paradigm and conflict that we had in wars. I want to know how much of that did you invent, did you create it, or if you have a historical fundament or base for that.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't believe movies. They fought in shield walls. And you're going to be dead if you're out there on your own. So, you know, you line up and the shields overlap. But I mean, movies, the thing that always annoys me about every film where a girl is running away, you know she's going to trip over. Always. Right? And they don't. In real life, they don't. You know, when girls, they don't trip over all the time. And it drives me up the wall. You know, every time you watch a film and a girl starts to run, you know she's going to trip over. And you think, oh God, just show some invention. Keep it going, you know? And I mean, you know, so films often do battles very bad, but they fought in the shield wall. And it must have been terrifying, because you're basically killing people within arm's length. Which is why they very frequently got drunk before they fought. And in the poem Igodothin, which is a tale of the Welsh going to fight the Saxons, a little bit before the time of Uhtred, the poet, who was the only one who survived, actually says, we were drunk. Because to go into those battles you had to be, it was terrifying. I mean, imagine facing those guys. And they've got axes and hammers and swords, and, you know, it took a lot of courage. And it took a lot of time for them to actually start the battle, because both sides would have to work up the courage to do it. But your safety lay in the shield. And then there were various ways of, I won't go into it, getting rid of the shield wall, but no, they fought in the shield wall. And it's mentioned in so many poems, so many accounts. I mean, in Danish poems they talk of the shield wall. The Anglo-Saxons talk of the shield wall, the French talk of the shield wall, everybody uses the shield wall.
Eu gostaria de